As we reported so many times in the past 2 years, President Joe Biden seems incapable of telling the truth on the catastrophic Afghanistan pullout, on inflation, on the open borders immigration disaster, on spending and borrowing, on the Trump tax cuts, on Trump's Operation Warp Speed success, and now his latest on his deepening scandal over classified documents. All right, folks, you've heard this sound before, but I want to run it one more time for you. Please listen and weep again.
I think you're going to find there's nothing there. I have no regrets. I'm following what the lawyers have told me they want me to do. It's exactly what we're doing. There's no there there.
So there you have it. No there, no regrets, no nothing. Well, as you know, this past weekend, the FBI finally did its job and thoroughly searched Biden's Wilmington residence and uncovered 6 additional batches of classified documents. All along the way, Mr. Biden keeps telling people how seriously he takes classified documents, but what we've learned is that he and his top advisors have engaged in a massive cover-up. The New York Times, of all places, blew the whistle last week in an article entitled 68 Days of Silence, Why the White House Stayed Mum on Classified Documents. Well, and I'll say this, good for the New York Times. 68 days of silence from initial discovery last November 2nd before the midterm elections, all the way until a January 9th leak reported by CBS. The president and his inner circle did the best they could to withhold all information, and that includes Merrick Garland's Justice Department, deeply involved, along with, I might add, the White House counsel, personal lawyers, and of course, Chief of Staff Ron Klain. I just wonder out loud, it's quite a coincidence, isn't it? Mr. Klain now leaving the White House and stepping down as Chief of Staff just after the latest batch of classified documents has been discovered. You know, in these Washington scandals, it's always the cover-up that kills you. So on the Sunday news shows yesterday, Republican House member Mike Turner, chairman of the Intelligence Committee, called Mr. Biden a serial classified document hoarder and went on to say that the DOJ's treatment of this situation looks more like a cover-up than an investigation. And Mr. Turner then went on to ask who Biden showed the documents to. I mean, if you bring them home, I guess you're going to show them to somebody. And Turner speculated that it could be connected to the Biden family business. And after all, I will add, one of the homebodies in Wilmington was a chap named Hunter Biden, who takes up a lot of space at home because he carries around plenty of baggage. By the way, we'd all like to know what's in these documents, but we may never know if the special counsel covers it up. And the next leg of the classified documents discovery search should be this so-called Biden School of Public Policy and Administration. Keep a straight face on that. It's at the University of Delaware. Some people think there's 1,850 document boxes there, plus electronic records. We will see. That could be the most target-rich classified document home yet. And by the way, speaking of all these Biden policy centers, when will the University of Pennsylvania come clean about all the Chinese money that came pouring in after Mr. Biden retired from the presidency and aligned himself with Penn? Former prosecutor Andrew McCarthy, who's going to be here in a moment, calls the Biden story grossly negligent. Washington lawyer Jonathan Turley thinks Biden's defense of inadvertent mishandling is now completely off the table. But this is an old problem for Mr. Biden. Not only do these classified documents go back to his Senate days 15 years ago, but he's a guy who was always afflicted with the serious disease of never being able to tell the truth. And you know what? In the Washington, D.C. swamp, it's the cover-up that always kills you.